Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing great. So do you notice anything different about me? Something a little bit unusual. Like the fact that I'm wearing pink. Stop. Hold the presses, everybody calm down. I am wearing pink today, can you even? I am actually working with Juvia's Place on this video. They reached out and they were like, hey, we want to go ahead and sponsor a video for you. And I'm like, absolutely, thank you so much. So they sent me their new blushed collection. This includes a eyeshadow palette. This is one of their mini eyeshadow palettes with 6 shades. And also 2 brand new blush duos. So you guys may have seen my previous video, I will link it over here, where I showcased the bronzed collection. And in this collection they released bronzer duos, which I thought was like a really great addition to their collection. And lo and behold, a couple days later they announced the launch of their blush duos, and I was like, excuse me, I want to try those out. And so I am so happy that they sent these my way. I get to try these out to see if they are worth it, if they're any good. And they decided to sponsor the video, which means I am now challenged to apply pink eyeshadow, which is not my favorite, but I do love how this look turned out. So in this video, I am going to show you the products up close, of course. I'm going to show you the collection so you can see all the packaging, which as usual for Juvia's Place is really beautiful. And I'm going to show you swatches so you can see the products applied to my skin tone. Just in case you're curious and you wanted to pick up any of these products for yourself. I'm also going to do a demonstration. Of course, I'm going to show you how I accomplished this eye look, and we're going to apply the blush duos to the cheeks. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. And if you're interested in picking up any of these products from the Juvia's Place website, I do have a discount code. It is not an affiliate code, it is just a discount code to get you guys 10% off. So if you use the code FANCYFACE, you can get 10% off your order. And keep in mind that Juvia's Place does a lot of sales, so you might luck out and get these at an even bigger discount, and you can still use my discount code to get even more money off. So enough yapping. Let's go ahead and have fun with this blushed collection, and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. I already filled in my brows, and now I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow primer. And for this I'm using the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Primer, which has fast become one of my favorite eyeshadow primers, especially for bright, colorful looks. So I have 2 shades here. I have shade number 1, which is the white shade, and shade number 2, which is more of a skin tone shade. I'm going to actually mix the 2 of these on my eyelids to give me like a light beige color. Since we're going for a light, colorful look, I wanted to make sure that the colors pop against my skin tone. Now you don't need a ton of these eyeshadow primers for them to be effective. A little bit goes a long way, and as you can see, I probably applied way too much on each eyelid. I did not need that much product, but they blend out pretty seamlessly and easily. So I'm just gonna make sure I blend that out and have an even layer across my eyelids. So now that our eyelids are prepped and primed, let's go ahead and grab our eyeshadow palette. So this is the Blushed Rose palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to pop in some inserts here so you can see the eyeshadow palette up close and personal. So this is the newest 6-pan mini eyeshadow palette to be released from Juvia's Place, and this one is a rose or pink theme. There are 4 mattes and 2 shimmers in this palette, and the 4 mattes vary from a light pastel pink to a muted rosy nude shade, and then we have a muted mauvey pink and a more rosy red tone deep brown. For the 2 shimmers we have an icy pale pink champagne that is more on the sheer side, so I would use this as a topper. And then we have this peachy orange gold shade that has a peachy pink undertone to it, so it shifts a little bit peach, it shifts a little bit pink, and it is a beautiful shade. Again, it is more on the sheer side, so I would use this as a topper, or I would use it damp to get the color to really pop on the eyelids. Alright, so now that you've seen the swatches, let's go ahead and do an eyeshadow look. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this palette yet because pinks are not my favorite color to work with. I do not love pink eyeshadow, but we're gonna go ahead and step outside my comfort zone and do a pink look today. I think I'm gonna start out with the deepest shade in the palette, so this red tone brown shade. And I'm gonna grab that on a Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush and press that on my outer V. That is a beautiful color. Look at that pigmentation. Again, this primer is really good at picking up color and giving you great color payoff. So I'm just gonna tap that in and slightly blur the edges into the crease, but I'm not blending the shade completely out just yet. I'm just making sure I get as much color payoff as I can from this shade because I feel like it's a little bit lighter than I'm used to. I like a really rich deep shade, but this palette is not a rich or dark smoky palette. It's a very light, airy, almost ethereal kind of palette with the pinks, but this is the deepest shade, so I'm trying to get as much color payoff as I can. Now to blend out the edge of that color, I'm gonna go in with this muted kind of dusty rose shade, and I'm going to use this to blend out the edge of the dark color. And I'm just gonna blend this shade across the crease line to create a wash of color, but also fade out the edges of that deeper shade. Because even though we want that shade to be rich on the outer V, I don't want it to be too intense on the crease line. Alright, so I'm actually liking this so far. It doesn't look too pink, but I'm gonna amp up the pink a little bit and go in with this beautiful rosy pink shade. You guys, this is definitely not my jam, but I'm gonna pop that right on the outer lid area, right next to the crease and outer V, but not too far on the inner lid. I kind of want to go even more pink there, but this color is not a bright in-your-face pink. It's actually kind of muted, and I can vibe with it. I can vibe with it. It doesn't, we'll see, we'll see. I'm not gonna speak too soon because you guys, if you know me, you know I'm not a pink person. So this look is, it's not exactly my favorite, but the eyeshadows are applying pretty well. Again, this primer works well, and I've never had a problem with the Juvia's Place matte shades or their shimmer shades, so this is working as I expected it to. Now, are you really ready for the pink? Are you ready? I'm gonna go in with the pastel pink. Oh my god, prepare yourselves. This is the kind of pink that I would stay away from, but I don't mind like a nice little pastel vibe. It's fine. That is actually pretty great color payoff considering that this shade is a lighter pink. And yeah, that shows up pretty nicely. I think this would look great in a pastel look on deeper skin tones. That applied really nicely. I like that. Alright, it's time for the shimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Icy Pink Champagne shade. And we're gonna just pop that on the inner tear duct to give us a little bit of sparkle and sheen, and that applies really nicely. It's a little bit more flaky and loose than the shimmers that I prefer to work with, but it's not flaking into my eye, which is great, especially on the inner tear duct, and I did not have to use this shade damp. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply lashes, mascara, and I'll also do foundation and concealer, and we'll come back to finish up the eyes and then work on the face with the blushed duo. So here we go. Alright, so we are back, and I applied lashes and lower lash line mascara as well as a little bit of lower waterline liner. For this I used a plum shade instead of a black, and I think that ties in really well with the pink. So let's go ahead and finish up the look by doing a little bit of work on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go back into the deepest shade and I'm gonna pop that on the outer lower lash line just to give a little depth and darkening. Ooh, that's pretty. Alright, and then I'm gonna go into the second shimmer shade, which is this orangey kind of peachy beautiful shimmer shade. And I'm going to apply that on the inner lower lash line. I feel like I might want to use this damp, but it applies pretty nicely dry. Yeah, I'm gonna dampen my brush just a little bit and just pop that again on the inner lower lash line. So here's the difference with it applied damp versus dry. You see the intensity definitely picks up, and it's not as flaky, so it's not getting in my eye. So I prefer to use shades like this, especially when I'm applying them on the lower lash line. I apply them slightly damp. And that is a really pretty shade, and I think it really offsets the inner lash line area, really brightens up the eyes. Alright, so the eyes are done. Let's go ahead and play with the blush duos. So there are two blush duos in this collection. We have a volume 1 and a volume 2, and I'm going to actually insert a little footage of me applying each of these individually just so you can see each of the shades, because for this look I think I'm going to do a combination that works well with my eyes, but I want you to be able to see each of these shades. So there are two shades in each duo that kind of complement each other. You can play off either one. One is going to be a little bit warmer, and then one is going to be more on the cool tone side, and you can of course mix them together to create your own custom shade. So the swatches that I showed you include the shades swatched individually, but also I swatched the two shades together so you can get an idea of the shade that you can create by mixing the two colors together. So we're going to start out with volume 1, which has deep earthy tones, and this of course is meant for deeper skin tones. And this one I was a little apprehensive about because of that berry shade, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these on my cheeks. And we're gonna start out with the deep brick orange shade, which I absolutely love on darker skin, and on my caramel skin I love an orange. And this shade actually translates with a little bit more pink, a little bit more rosy hue than you would expect. I was surprised when I applied this that it had more of a corally, almost watermelon feel to it. It's a stunning shade, and it blends out so effortlessly. The powders are finely milled, but they're not loose, so you can pick up just enough color to apply to your cheeks without overdoing it. But in case you get too much color on your cheeks, you can still blend it out, and they blend out pretty effortlessly. Now as for the berry shade, this one again I was apprehensive about, because with berry shades they can look a little bit bruisey on my skin tone, especially if they have more of a purpley hue. But this one surprised me as well. It applied with more of like a rosy hue to it, and I actually really like this shade again. It is very intense, so you have to be careful not to apply too much if you're a lighter skin tone, but I think these would work beautifully on deeper, richer skin tones because of the intensity of them. But again, you can go light-handed if you're lighter skin toned, or if you have my complexion, because I still need to go in light-handed with these. And I'm gonna actually mix these two together on my cheeks, so I'm just gonna layer up the colors on each cheek to show you what they would look like mixed together. You can create your own custom shade of course, and I think this gives a beautiful watermelon pink look to the cheeks that I actually really like. If I'm using this duo, that is probably how I would apply it, by mixing the two shades and getting that really beautiful like rosy watermelon coral cheek. And now let's go ahead and grab the volume 2, which has soft pops of bright color. And do not underestimate this one, because it looks very light and pale in the pan, but these apply so beautifully on my cheeks. I didn't expect that. I thought they would be a little bit ashy, a little bit too pastel, but they apply beautifully. So the light pink shade is a beautiful pastel pink that shows up on my cheeks and gives this really soft, like fairy ethereal look, and I really love it. And again, they blend out so easily and they're not powdery at all. And then we have the muted coral shade, which is stunning also. Again, I love a coral or a peach or even an orangey shade on my cheeks, and this one is almost perfect for me. It is so stunning, and even though it's a lighter looking color, it gives me great color payoff and blends beautifully on the cheeks again. These powders are so finely milled that they give this beautiful airbrushed look to the cheeks that is not dry at all, even though these are matte, and I think that is stunning. I don't know how they did it, but they really accomplished a great thing with this formula. I really like the application. I like how easily they blend out, and I like that they're not too loose or powdery, but then they have just the right amount of pigmentation that you can build them up for intensity, or you can sheer them out. And again, I'm gonna layer up these colors on my cheeks so you can see what a mix of them can achieve, and I think it gives a really beautiful light kind of pastel-y coral look to the cheeks, and I think that is absolutely stunning. So again, I'm very impressed with these shades. They show up really well, they blend really well, and I really like how they look. So let's go ahead and create a color on my cheeks that will complement this eyeshadow look. I think I'm gonna go into volume 2, which is the lighter duo, and I'm gonna pick up both shades on my brush and pop them on my cheek. If this is too light, then I will go ahead and pick up a little bit of the volume 1 palette. But oh my god, look at that. I just love the combination of these shades. I can build it up. You see how I got great color from them, but they blend out so easily. I am very impressed. I know Juvia's Place has done their blush palettes before, and I really like those, but these duos I feel like have stepped up the formulation. These are really, really nice. Like, look at that. It doesn't look dry. Look how easily it's blending onto my cheeks. I really like how this looks. So I think, yeah, I think that is enough. I don't need, I keep going back in because it's so pretty and I keep wanting to build it up. But I really don't need to build this up anymore. I think that looks really pretty, right? Am I, look, am I liking this pink look? Let me find out that I really like this pink. I do like the eyeshadow look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am warming up to pink and it's fine. I think this look is really soft and pretty. But we're also gonna go in with one of the bronze duos because why not? We already have them, right? And I did a full video featuring these bronzers where I swatched all of them on my skin so you can see what these look like. And the perfect one I found for me is the dark duo. So there are 2 shades in here again. You can mix them as you need to. Use one shade for like bronzing, one for contouring. It is up to you. You have a warmer shade and a more cool tone shade to combine. So I'm gonna go in with the warmer shade and apply that to my hairline area. I really like these powders as well. I feel like they have the same formulation as the blushes in that they're very lightweight. They give you great pigmentation and color payoff, but they blend easily and you don't have to fuss with them to get the color to pick up, but they're not loose and powdery at all. So I really like these bronzer duos as well. And I'm just popping that on the hollows of my cheeks and also along my hairline. And you see, oh look, now I'm all bronzy. You can't tell me anything. I'm a bronze goddess. Thank you so much. So, bam. Look at that. Like, look how that just gave life to my skin. Before I was ethereal and I was looking all like angelic. And now I'm like, excuse me, all right? I have color on my face, but I'm also tan, okay? Look at that. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a highlighter, also from Juvia's Place. This is called the Heroin Glow 2. This is one of their baked highlighters. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about these, and I personally don't talk about them a lot, but I think these are gorgeous. They are a baked formula, so they're not gonna be like in your face intense. And they blend in so easily with the skin, which is what I prefer. I don't like a loud glow, okay? I don't need to be seen from space. But you see, like, it's intense. You can definitely make it intense. But I prefer to blend out highlighter to where it just looks like one with my skin. And it just looks like I'm glowing from within, which is what these can do. Like, right? Isn't that pretty? All right, on the lips, I feel like we should go with a light pink lip. What do you guys think? I think so. So I'm gonna grab one of their nude lipsticks. This is one of the mauve shades. This is a Mauve Moment. This is a medium toned mauvey pink and I really, really like this shade. Even though I don't like pastel pinks on me, I think this kind of pink really flatters my skin tone because it's not too pastel, it's not too Barbie, it's just the right level of pink for me. And since I'm going for a soft look, like why not go ahead with a soft pink look? And the formulation of their lipsticks is top notch. I really, really love them. And I am going to create a little bit of definition with one of their lip liners. This is in the shade Brownie. And their lip liners are also a great formulation. They're very creamy and I think they have some nice colors to match with your nude shades, some of your berry tones, or even your reds. And this color in particular is a deeper brown shade, which I think blends in really well with this pinky lipstick, right? And for a little bit of gloss, I'm gonna go in with their clear lip gloss, which is called It's Glass. just gonna grab a little bit of that and apply it all over my lips for a juicy, glossy look. I think that is so pretty. Okay, I am feeling very girly right now, so I am gonna go ahead and jump into something a little bit more suited for this look, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so here you have it. I didn't go all the way girly. I couldn't, right? But I still did like a little cute sweater with SpongeBob on it. But here you have the final look, and I'm going to admit this, alright? Don't expect this to be a regular thing, but I am liking this pink look. I really like how it looks. It's pastel pink, but it's not too pastel at the same time. And this lip, come on, and look at the cheeks, right? Am I right? Like, come on. So here you have the eyes completely done. And again, these eyeshadows applied so easily, so effortlessly, and I think they are stunning. Again, they're gonna give you a very subtle look because there are no real deep, rich tones in here. But I think this is stunning. I think the colors work well together, and I really like it. And the lips, come on now, and look at the cheeks. I told you that the blush kind of blends in with the skin. It doesn't look dry or anything, and I think it looks stunning. And of course the bronzer is still winning. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing me put the new blushed collection from Juvia's Place to work. And thank you to Juvia's Place for sponsoring this video and challenging me to step out of my comfort zone and go with a pink look that I am actually really loving. So again, these are available on the Juvia's Place website currently. The palette itself, the eyeshadow palette, retails for $14. And each of the blush duos retail for $15. And you can also get a combination of one of the blush duos and a bronzer duo for $30. So you can actually pick up a set of these. There are 5 bronzer duos available and 2 blush duos. So you can mix and match and create your perfect combination for a flawless look. So I think that's actually a great deal. And I do have a discount code with Juvia's Place as well, and that is Fancy Face, and it will get you 10% off your order from Juvia's Place. Now, it's not an affiliate code, it's just a discount code to get you money off your purchase. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and like the look that I came up with and that I created, and hopefully my swatches were helpful in case you were curious about the collection and you wanted to go ahead and pick up a couple of items for yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link down below to the Juvia's Place website along with the discount code, so you can go ahead and shop at your leisure. And by the way, they always have sales, so you can probably get these for an even better deal than the full retail price. So keep an eye out for Juvia's Place. They always have sales. And I will go ahead and also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys!